So I want to bring out a couple of thoughts from our responsorial psalm today. Psalm 27 is a psalm of David, and we're not really sure the timing of when the psalm was written, but a good guess would be when he was faced with opposition from King Saul. So David would have been, if this is true, David would have been a young man. But notice what he says, or how he begins the psalm. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom should I fear? The Lord is my life's refuge. Of whom should I be afraid? Kind of an indication that David is experiencing some type of opposition. Whom shall I fear? Not what shall I fear, but whom shall I fear? And of course, if you know the story of King David and King Saul was very jealous of David and sought to take his life until the Lord had already had Samuel anoint David, but it took some time before David actually ascended to the throne over all of the nation of Israel, not just the tribe of Judah. But what intrigues me is what he says here in this one verse. I believe it's verse 4. One thing I ask of the Lord, this I seek, to dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, that I may gaze on the loveliness of the Lord and contemplate his temple. David here expresses a priority, a life priority that the Lord had given him. And his priority was to be in the presence of God. Now, it's interesting, we have to remember, at this point, there wasn't a temple built. Who built the first temple? Well, King Solomon, David's son. But David is talking about the heavenly temple. He's talking about dwelling in the heavenly house of the Lord and gazing upon the loveliness of the Lord and contemplating his temple. David had come to realize that this was his priority. David had come to realize that this really was his life's prayer. One thing I ask of the Lord, this I seek. And so what do we learn from this? Well, what's our priority in life? What's the one thing that we would ask of the Lord? If we had one request of the Lord, what would it be? David says here that if he had one request,